Welcome back to the channel, Biscuits. It is August. I'm not sure how that happened. It sounds like a mistake, isn't it? Still like maybe the end of May. That means that we have all been working from home with Rona looking over our shoulders with crazy kids. That's a long time since March. Wow. Okay, good job, moms and dads, because we're still alive, and I think just surviving this year, it counts as a major win. So I wanted to do a work from home Q&A of questions that I really commonly get on here and on Instagram for kind of my work from home balance, because, I always work from home, but I've got to say it's a very different experience working from home with COVID going on and all those restrictions than it is to normally be working from home. Like, it's, for me personally, this may not be your experience, but for me, it's a totally different experience. There's just so many more layers of stress and anxiety, and not areas where you can easily blow steam off or go do things, or, there's not that balance, right? You're just home with stress over your head, trying to get work done, take care of your children too, right? So I find it a totally different experience. Okay, our first question is, why don't I have a home office? Haha, it's a good question. I like to ask myself that. So we moved from a little tiny condo, and we found this place, and I desperately, when I was looking to move, one of the reasons I was looking to move is I really wanted a home office, right? Because I spent a lot of hours working every day, and I really, really wanted somewhere that was going to be like my office space. But we live in Western Washington, in the Seattle area, and it is just too expensive. I could not afford to get a place that had a home office. So I have nothing against home offices. I'm not somebody that's like, you don't need a home office, work from your kitchen table. I do work from my kitchen table. It's a totally different experience. Years ago, before I had Abraham, I had a home office. And it was so nice to have that space, because it does let you have your cone of silence, your focus zone, that lets you really get into that headspace. And for me, that's really important for when, hi monkey, for when I'm editing or for when I am writing my novels. It really helps to have a space. So I agree. I totally love home offices. That's why I don't have one. It's just budget. I looked and looked and looked for a place that had a home office as well, and there just wasn't. Oh, hey, sweetie, you can't. That was great timing, because the next question I had to answer, that was interrupted, by the way, by Abraham, is, do I have a nanny for Abraham? And I laugh, because people ask me this. And I don't. I have never had a nanny for Abraham. Last summer, I had a teenager that watched him a couple times throughout the summer, because I desperately needed to get some work done. This year we would have done that, and it would have been way less stressful, but we can't, because I don't want to break our quarantine bubble. I don't have a babysitter that I trust to be in an equally good quarantine bubble, and the family I have are all either on total lockdown or not on lockdown at all, and so I don't have any care this summer. But yeah, normally I would just try to get work done when he was in a speech therapy class. I was very excited about kindergarten this year, because I was going to have so much time to get work done. Yeah, I was really excited to get so much done, because it's a constant juggling act, knowing that I'm never going to get enough done, because even if I can get him busy with a fun science project or a cool art thing or playing outside while I watch him, to have that level of concentration that I need to get my work done, it's so difficult. I read that the average attention span, or the average quiet moment that a working parent gets during Corona, is 3.5 minutes. And I find it takes me like an hour just to get into my writing zone. And then I can pump out writing for hours. But that's been very difficult during a lockdown, is to have no child care whatsoever, no classes, no distractions to tire him out so he can nap, so then I can work while he naps, no babysitter, but no, I do not have a nanny. I totally see why they would be great. I think that'd be awesome. I don't feel like I need a full-time nanny. It would just be nice to have regular child care, so that I'm not constantly so fried from just stretching to do everything simultaneously. That would be great, yes. All of you parents, how are you handling childcare with all of this. I think this has been a huge source of stress for everyone because, at least in America, there wasn't good childcare to begin with, and now it's just a poop show. Is lockdown hard or the same for working from home? Oh, I guess I kind of already answered that. Lockdown is way harder for working from home because you don't have any of the other outlets that you would normally have. So I feel like if you were thinking about working from home and Corona has convinced you that when things get back to normal, you will never do that, don't take this as a normal sample for what work from home life is. It's normally much more balanced and relaxing. I mean, you know, work is never all that relaxing, but it's more relaxed than right now. So I feel like now is not a good test sample. Oh, okay, this is something I get asked surprisingly frequently. Can you really make money from home without using MLMs? So like multi-level marketing, I think is what that stands for, which is all of the buy my leggings or my my $100 lipstick that stays on forever. I know people that do all of those. Yes, you can absolutely make money working from home. That's what, you know, every entrepreneur's goal is to start a business that makes money. I don't personally go in for the MLMs. I think they're scams. And the people that I know that have worked in them, some of them have really loved them and they've made a little side cash, you know, a little tiny bit of profit on it. But, you know, when the system is all about breaking in new blood and you get money off of that, or just like marketing to your friends and family, like my friends and family don't buy anything that I sell. I make my merch line, so I have my mugs and my t-shirts and my hats. My friends and family have never bought any of that. Almost none of my friends and family buy my books. They just demand free copies. And, you know, those are my two main businesses. And I don't think any of my friends and family are on my Patreon. At least none of them have messaged me and been like, hey, Rose. Yeah. So I'm inherently mistrusting of those. I don't think that they're real businesses for the people doing them, and that you could invest that money and make a whole lot more. Because sometimes it's like $10,000 or $15,000 to get into one of these pyramid schemes, right? Invest that into a real business. Start something real that is solid and yours and can grow and has real customers that are interested, right? It's so satisfying to have real customers for a business, somebody that really enjoys your product. Like when somebody messaged me and says, you know, this mug has been really great, or this t-shirt is so soft, or this Patreon vlog that you posted, it made me happy and centered. It made me smile today, right? I think that those are really powerful. When I get messages about the books, like, oh, when's the next one coming out, you know? That's really lovely. It's beautiful to put that effort and time in to make things that are your own creations, right? I think that has a lot of value to it. So you can absolutely make money working from home. I think that it can be hard because a lot of people want to work from home, but not necessarily everybody wants to, or has the creativity to want to make these things. Like I come from a big family, right? I have 4 siblings, and none of them are interested in being entrepreneurs at all. Like it's their horror show. They're like, oh, Rose, you work 7 days a week. And, you know, at least I get to work from home. So yeah, I think it's totally doable. I think that you have it takes time and a ton of effort. And sometimes you fail at things. Like I failed at a bunch of projects that I've started thinking this is going to be such a big, successful thing. It's going to really work. And it just didn't. It wasn't either. I didn't think it out well, or I didn't know my market, or it was bad timing when I started my little publishing company. Literally 2 months before the big 2008 economic crash. So yeah, I mean, there's always going to be mistakes that people make, but I try to sway moms that ask me about MLMs that do your own thing, you know, everybody's got a great story and interesting ideas in them. And that's so much better for working from home than doing a pyramid scheme. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure I'm going to get rude comments about that last statement, but that is just my humble opinion. You all go, mamas and dads, you do your thing. But we're all working from home right now, and we're all going a little crazy, which is okay. That's okay. But it's definitely, you know, I think we're all ready for things to get back to normal. And in the U.S., it doesn't look like that's going to happen this year. So we're just kind of in the long haul. That will probably be a solid year of shelter in place, which is incredibly mentally intense and you're definitely going to see more videos from me about stress and anxiety during this, because it's something that has definitely heightened. No, Abraham, no, my stress and anxiety in all of this, because it's just so crazy. I keep thinking it must be almost done. It's not. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Click links in the description box. Boop, 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 boop. Those down there. Yeah. Hey, I love you all, biscuits. I hope that your work from home life isn't too crazy and too stressful, and that you're having an okay time this summer.